End the Zionist occupation.
End the Zionist occupation.
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
End the occupation now.
End the occupation now.
We don't accept that the U.S. can still think of itself as the world's policeman in the year 2024. Tonight's bombing of Yemen is another crime against humanity. A crime that attempts to punish the people of Yemen for doing what all countries should be doing. You would almost think that the Biden administration, that Genocide Joe, is tone deaf, that he is blind to what the world has been talking about all day. They did not seem to hear over 3 hours of accounting of all of Israel's genocidal war crimes at the International Court of Justice. They think somehow they can get away with a war in Iraq, that they can get away with a war in Afghanistan, that they can get away with all their imperialist wars. But we are here, stronger than ever, because Palestine has brought us together.
Stop bombing Gaza now.
Stop bombing Yemen now.
Stop bombing Yemen now.
Stop bombing Yemen now.
Stop bombing Yemen now.
Oh my God.
Let go. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
All right, so I kind of caught a little bit what happened. This guy just charged at everybody in the beginning, in front of the protest.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free! No! Don't put your hand. Stop. Back up. That's it. Just back up. That's it. Expect the hands on your back! Israel! Israel will be in hell together. You and Israel will be in hell together. You guys will be in hell together. Jesus!
All right, guys. So as you heard, he was screaming Israel. Obviously, he's against the Palestinian protesters here. He just came out of nowhere and charged right into everybody.
As an Arab peoples, as one body, when one part of it is injured, the whole body feels pain. Tonight, the US and UK military carried out attacks against multiple targets in Yemen. But since the beginning of the genocide on Gaza, Yemen has been showing us what it means to stand in true solidarity in confronting Zionism in any way that it can. And it's explicitly said that it has done this to divert aggression away from the Gaza Strip. This comes at a time when other Arab regions have normalized with Israel, at a time when the US, EU, and NATO allied states continue to unconditionally supply weapons for the genocide that takes place in Gaza, the attacks on Yemen, and the attacks on the entire Arab region. And Yemen has dealt with this for a long time. They've been under a Western-backed blockade. They've long suffered under U.S. imperialism. And the Yemeni and Palestinian struggle are part of a broader struggle against Western imperialism that we're here to stand against tonight. We've been here to stand against in the streets, and we'll continue to be here to stand against. We won't stand for this targeting of Yemen. We know, we see the true face of Zionism and imperialism. It showed its face once more, that it will stop at nothing to attack the entire Arab region and to carry out its plans for its own interests, for its own capital gains. And we know that this US and UK government, they don't listen to us. Millions of people have taken to the streets in the US, in the UK, but what do these governments do? They respond with more war, more violence. They're not listening to their people. They're going against the very wishes of the people and carrying it out, genocide again and again and again for their own material gains.
Say it loud! Say it loud! Gaza, you make us proud! Gaza, you make us proud! Yemen, you make us proud! Yemen, you make us proud! Gaza, you make us proud! Gaza, you make us proud!
I come to you on behalf of Al-Auda New York, the Palestine Right to Return Coalition. Yemen has continued to stand for Gaza, and this is retaliation. This is retaliation. This is an attempt to scare and to shut down Yemen and any international voice that stands against Zionism. It happens to us as individuals. It happens to us right here on U.S. soils, and it happens to our comrades, to our governments, to our people abroad. But we will not bow down. This is how Zionism operates. Zionism shuts down any voice that opposes Zionism. This is how Zionist entities, Zionist businesses, and Zionist individuals, this is how men in suits operate, and we will not bow down. We will not. Yemen was the first to fulfill its obligation to Palestine, to human beings under international law, to prevent the continued genocide in Gaza and the continued genocide in Palestine for the last 75 plus years, and the continued genocides on our people in Syria, in Iraq, in Afghanistan, under U.S. territories and under U.S. so-called protections, under the guise of war. And again, today, we are alive watching them, watching the media, watching Americans, watching people tell us that this is a war. This is not a war, and this is exactly what has happened during any war, whether it was Vietnam, whether it was what war, it was always a genocide. And today we are coming to see, because finally the people on the grounds have the means to show us.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea!
And we are here to say that we will not stop showing out for Palestine, for showing out for Yemen, for showing out for all the resistance forces that are taking place in the Arab region right now. I don't know if you've been seeing the news, or I don't know if you've been hearing from Eric Adams or other politicians or even Biden's administration, but they are tired of us. They are tired of us showing out every day, everywhere they go. I live in Brooklyn, and every single day, in the morning, in the daytime, and at night, we have not let Chuck Schumer live. There is no rest for the wicked, and they think that we are going to sit by while the U.S. and Israel escalate this war, but we are not going to do that, because the Palestinian people have shown us what true steadfast resistance is, what the longevity of true liberation looks like, and we are going to follow in their footsteps. And that is because we aren't just here because we feel bad in our hearts. We're not just here because we're
sick and tired of scrolling on social media, but we are here because after 3 months of struggle, after 3 months of students, teachers, government workers, all sectors of society have shown that our liberation, the oppression that we face here, the lack of funding that we face here is tied deeply to the U.S. funding of the Israeli war and occupation of the Palestinian people. If we don't get no justice, then they don't get no peace. Justice is our demand. Justice is our demand. No peace on stolen land.
As long as the U.S. war machine continues to carry out its crimes, the people will rise up and the people will fight back. And we know the fight is long. We knew that since before October 7th. We knew that for many years. And we know that we have to commit to it. We know that we have to believe that within ourselves. We have to fight against every fiber of our being that says to quit or to get tired. We're fighting against that in ourselves and against anyone else that we come across. We have the power and we have to know it. Because the people in government, they know it. They're scared of us. They're scared of the power that we hold. And they're scared that we'll wake up to it. And we'll realize how strong we are when we come together. Just like we do right now. Hands off Yemen. Hands off Palestine. Hands off Haiti. Hands off any country that the U.S., the UK, the imperialist West tries to exploit. We will be here to say no more. We know it's our duty to fight for a better world. We want to see that better world, and we can make it happen. When we say free Palestine, we are saying free Palestine and free all oppressed peoples of the world.